Okay, so today we are going to talk about a part of the body that's, well, it's often either wrapped up in confusing medical jargon or just completely ignored. I'm talking about the pelvic floor. But here's the thing. We're not going to approach this as some problem that needs to be fixed. No. We're going to explore it as what it truly is. The absolute foundation, the very epicenter of feminine vitality. Let's start with a really powerful way to frame this. This right here, sets the tone for everything we're about to cover. I want you to just forget all the clinical diagrams for a second and really think about this idea of architecture. Think about strength, elegant design, and purpose. Because this isn't just some random group of muscles. It's the living, breathing, structural, and energetic base from which your entire being rises. So what is this foundation really? The best way to picture it is as this incredibly sophisticated and dynamic hammock. It's this web of muscles and connective tissue just gracefully slung right inside your pelvis. And it's not a flat floor at all. It's this responsive, three-dimensional structure that's literally supporting your core from the bottom up. Now, this is where it gets really fascinating, because this foundation has a dual role. On the one hand, yeah, it has a super important physical job. It's literally holding up your vital organs, your uterus, your bladder, your intestines. But its second job is just as critical. It acts as an energetic container, a reservoir for what you could call your life force, your vitality, or your core creative energy. And here is where the physical and the emotional just click together. See, when that foundation is both strong and flexible, that energy I just mentioned can circulate freely through your entire system. The results isn't just, better posture, it's this deep, unshakable feeling of inner stability. It's a kind of sovereign confidence that can only come from feeling truly centered and secure in your own body. And you have to understand, this foundation isn't just sitting there, it's not passive. It's more like an active power grid, constantly fueling and influencing every single part of your being. So, how does this power grid actually work? Well, mechanically, it's pretty amazing. Every single time these muscles rhythmically contract and then release, they act like a powerful biological pump. And this pumping action drives a rich supply of fresh, oxygenated blood directly to your ovaries, which, as you know, are the primary creators of your feminine hormones. And the benefits of this? You feel them everywhere. A healthy, nourished pelvic floor directly supports your hormonal youth. And because it's so deeply integrated with your core muscles, your posture starts to align more naturally. This creates a kind of fluid, effortless grace in the way you move. It can even affect your voice, giving it more resonance, more depth, more confidence. It really is a power grid. This quote really puts it all into perspective, doesn't it? Taking care of your pelvic floor isn't just some quick fix for now. It's a long-term investment in your vitality. It is the ultimate insurance policy for your feminine temple, helping to prevent things like organ prolapse and making sure you feel vibrant and alive for years and years to come. Okay, but what does taking care of it really look like? Because this is where a huge misconception comes into play. It is not just about clenching, it's not just about doing endless kegels, it's about finding a much more sophisticated kind of balance. This is the secret right here. This is the whole game. True feminine power in this part of your body isn't about rigid, brute strength. It's about elasticity. It's that dynamic, incredible ability to be as strong as steel when you need it, and then to completely release into total softness like silk. Both of those qualities are absolutely essential. And when that balance is off, we tend to see one of two extremes. Over on the left, you have hypotonus, basically weakness. This is where energy can feel like it's leaking out, leading to things like stress incontinence or just a general sense of being depleted. Then on the right, you have the opposite, hypertonus. This is a chronic pelvic grip, often a byproduct of stress and trying to control everything. It's like a clenched fist inside you, blocking the flow of energy and creating pain, tension, and even irritability. The goal is to live in that powerful, elastic middle ground. Now, this next part is maybe one of the most mind-blowing aspects of our inner world. We're going to talk about a hidden connection that can literally help you find that balance. We're talking about the energetic gates of the body. Deep within your pelvic floor, there are 3 of these essential gates. 3 absolutely crucial sphincters that act as the guardians of your vital energy. So we have the urethral, the vaginal, and the anal sphincters. Now, don't just think of them as simple muscles. I want you to picture them as energetic sluices, like the gates of a dam.
When they're healthy and responsive, they maintain your internal integrity. They make sure your life force doesn't just drain away. So you're probably wondering, how in the world do I connect with these deep internal gates? It sounds so complicated, right? But what if I told you the master key wasn't in your pelvis at all? What if it was in your jaw?
It's true. This is a profound physiological law. All the sphincters in your body, from top to bottom, operate on one single connected circuit. So when you clench your jaw, which is your oral sphincter, your pelvic gates reflexively clench and tighten right along with it. This means that learning to consciously, intentionally relax your jaw is the master key to unlocking and releasing tension deep within your pelvis. All right, so let's pull this all out of the world of theory and get really practical. How can you actually start to awaken this foundation and literally remap your brain's connection to your own body? First, you have to understand this. Body awareness, or what we call somatic sensitivity, is not some magical gift you're either born with or you're not. It is a skill. It's a neurophysiological skill that you can train, just like learning an instrument. Through the power of neuroplasticity, you can build a stronger, clearer dialogue between your brain and your body. Think about it. For so many of us who live in our heads, the pelvic region is like a total blind spot on our brain's internal map. Our brain has kind of learned to tune it out. But by consistently and gently directing your conscious attention there, you literally start to pave new neural pathways. You teach your brain to listen again, turning what might feel like a numb area into a place of subtle sensation and life.
Here is a super simple practice you can try, even right now as you're listening. First, just sit on a firm chair and get a real sense of your sits bones connecting with the surface beneath you. Good. Now, take a nice, deep breath in. As you exhale, I want you to make a low, deep ooh sound. And as you do, let your jaw and your lips go completely slack. Just feel that vibration and see if you can sense it echoing all the way down as a subtle release in your pelvic floor. Here's another beautiful one. It's called the elevator breath. On your next inhale, just visualize your breath traveling all the way down, softly and gently expanding that muscular hammock at the base of your pelvis. Then, as you exhale, don't force anything, don't clench. Just feel the natural, gentle rebound as those muscles lift ever so slightly, just like an elevator rising one single floor. And for a practice that's a little more subtle, you can try something called the neuroscanner. In a quiet moment, just close your eyes and turn your attention inward. Get really curious. Can you feel this subtle pulse of your own blood, like a tiny heartbeat deep in your pelvis? Can you try a microscopic, almost invisible contraction of each one of those sphincters one by one? This is how you build incredibly fine-tuned awareness and connection. Always remember this. Your pelvic floor is not just anatomy. It's a living, feeling, sentient part of who you are. And when it's healthy and integrated, it becomes this vessel that is capable of holding a colossal amount of energy. Energy for everything you want to build and achieve in the world, and for your own deepest, most personal pleasures. So we end right back where we started, with this idea of a foundation. But now, hopefully, it's not just some abstract concept. It's a tangible, living source of power, stability, and energy that is right there within you. And that leaves us with one final, very important question to consider. What could you build on a foundation of sovereign confidence?